Hello and welcome to Hollywood. You wouldn't know from the surroundings that we're in the year 2010, but we are indeed. The new MGM UA film 2010 is out now. Roy Scheider is the commander of the expedition, at least the American contingent, out to discover the mystery of the Discovery. First, though, you've got the greatest idea here. We're here by the pool. Not bad.
Why not? As you say, we're in California. Let's enjoy it.
Now, there's not a whole lot of chance for enjoyment on the flight out to check out the monolith, and you're into the orbit of several of the Jupiter moons. There's a lot of tension in this film. I was amazed at how much characterization there is, as opposed to merely special effects.
Good, good.
That is, I suppose, of major interest of yours.
Of course. If I thought it was just going to be all special effects, they could have gotten somebody else.
Was that ever a fear on your part with a project like this?
Yeah, I think it is. It would be for any actor, but I think Peter Hyams was well aware of it, and he knew that the first film, certainly a lot of its popularity depended upon its impact of Kubrick's brilliance of handling the space travel. And it's 15 years later, and it's a much more sophisticated audience, and we've got to offer them a little bit more.
Your name is above the title. You're one of that select breed now of Hollywood stars that can shape a film. Do you, very often with certain directors, take that extra time to work on that script, work on that characterization?
Yes, I do.
And could you describe maybe some examples of that in many of your films over the years?
In projects like Marathon Man or All That Jazz and this film, the sooner you get working with the director and discussing and making it very clear what he has in mind, and then trying to figure out how best you can satisfy his vision. Sometimes you have to convince him that what you have to contribute as a human being, in your experience, sometimes can tell his story differently, but perhaps better than he intended.
But is it tough to establish that credibility, to say, hey, I have a right to say, I also know what I can do?
Well, I think that's something you earn over a period of years and prove on screen that you're capable of doing. In other words, if I were a director and I were hiring an actor to play a major role in a film I was doing, I would want him to bring all of his professionalism and all of his creative ability to the project. I want to know what he thinks about the character. I want to know how he thinks he could make it funnier, better, faster, slower, more interesting. Use him, use him.
In addition to that kind of clout, of course, you must be aware that you occupy the status of a male sex symbol on the screen as well. Now, when you see yourself on screen or in the mirror, truly, what do you think?
It's pretty amusing. You just see the guy. You see first you see the little kid you always saw, and then you see the adolescent, and then you see the young man. And then beginning, as I said to someone else, pretty soon you're shaving your father, you know? So you go through all those stages.
I wish you would share with our viewers something that you were talking about earlier. We are used to seeing you in costumes,
yes,
of one kind or another.
Yes.
But...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. When I was a little kid, I was a very difficult child to get dressed. The whole process of putting on shoes and pants and socks and shirts was always boring, waste of time to me. And then early on in my acting career, it occurred to me one evening while I'm whipping through costume change number 6 in some play, what am I doing? I've chosen a profession where all I do is get dressed and undressed.
I'm wondering if you'd take a moment and look into that camera and invite the viewers to come see 2010. Maybe make it a special, personalized invitation.
If you've ever wondered about life on other planets, or whether this particular world of ours was a singular one, come see 2010. You may change your thinking.
Roy Scheider, thank you so much. As for life on this planet, not bad. From Hollywood, for KCTV5, this is John Tibbetts.